Every single mythic weapon in CODM has Tactical Sprint. Every single one. But your legendary? No. Your base loadout gun? Absolutely not. And here is the truth nobody wants to hear. This is never changing. Here is why. There are exactly two reasons Activision will never give Tactical Sprint to every gun. One is about money. One is about something most players completely overlook. And once you understand both, you will never ask for this feature the same way again. Let's start with the business side. Mythic weapons are not just skins. They are not recolors. They are not reskins. They are a completely separate experience tier. Exclusive animations, exclusive sound design, exclusive reload sequences, exclusive movement mechanics. Tactical Sprint is part of that package. Think about this from Activision's perspective. The moment Tactical Sprint becomes available on every gun, what makes Mythic special? The answer is nothing. The gap closes. The exclusivity disappears. And when exclusivity disappears, the reason to spend on a Mythic? That reason goes with it. Activision built Mythic as their highest spending tier. They will never close that gap themselves. It is not a mistake, it is the entire point. But the business reason is only half of it, because even if Activision wanted to add Tactical Sprint to every gun, they technically cannot do it easily. And this is the part nobody talks about. Adding Tactical Sprint to every weapon in CODM is not a simple patch. It is not a switch you flip. Every single weapon has its own animation rig. Tactical Sprint requires a full rebuild of that rig. New arm animations, new gun position animations, new transition animations. Multiply that across every weapon currently in the game. That is an enormous amount of individual animation work. Then there is movement physics. Tactical Sprint changes how fast you close distance in a gunfight. That affects map balance. It affects engagement timing. Maps designed around standard sprint speeds would need reworking. And then there is device performance. CODM runs on hundreds of different Android and iOS devices. Many of those devices are already running at their limit. Tactical Sprint adds processing load to every single movement cycle. Optimizing that across the full device range is not a small job. We just came out of Season 4. Season 5 is almost here, and Tactical Sprint for all guns is still nowhere in sight, because Activision is not building toward it. They are actively avoiding it, and here is where it gets even more calculated. Activision is not keeping Tactical Sprint Mythic only, because they forgot about other players. They are keeping it there on purpose. Every time a player looks at a Mythic weapon with Tactical Sprint and feels that difference, that feeling is the product. That gap between Mythic and everything else is engineered. The frustration you feel when your base gun does not have it, that frustration is a purchase trigger. It is designed to make you feel the distance between what you have and what the top tier offers. This is why even after community requests every single season, nothing changes. The feedback is heard. The decision is already made. Tactical Sprint is a Mythic exclusive, and Activision intends to keep it that way. So what does this mean for you as a player? If you are waiting for Tactical Sprint to come to all guns, stop waiting. It is not in the Season 5 update. It was not in Season 4. And based on how Activision has structured their entire Mythic monetization system, there is no incentive for them to ever change this. The only way you are getting Tactical Sprint in CODM is through a Mythic weapon. That is the reality of how this game is built. Agree or disagree? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what the community actually thinks about this. And if you want breakdowns like this every time something in CODM needs explaining, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.